Also wrote jokes with Joan Rivers. Give it up for Helene Witt.
Thank you. Well, between Artie Lang and the comics in this show, I'm the best dressed person here. I'm not insulting them. Well, I am. Anyway, today, true story, I was on the LIE, and before that I was on the Long Island Railroad, and there's Comic-Con in Manhattan. So needless to say, when I went to the bathroom in the railroad, I'm glad to be here, I'll put it that way. I feel the sticking to the floor. But I just celebrated on November 4th, I celebrated my 69th birthday. And when I blew out my candles, I closed my eyes and I wished for 69. Some people look at me and they think I'm the love child of Barbara Streisand and Barry Manilow. And I couldn't be because I'm almost their age. I'm a retired New York City school teacher.
Woohoo! Yeah!
I never have to work anymore, and your taxpayer dollars are having me be that, so I don't know if you want to clap. I've been eyeballing you. But, yeah, I taught in a really tough school. You know, you walk in the building and you see the school colors, dried blood red, black, and blue. I went to the post office and I see my class of not 67, my class of 97, the whole class is up there, wanted. But then I go to the bank and the class of 87 is there and it's the same class. So I'm thinking, did it really take them 10 years just to make a bird cage in shop class? They were really tough, these kids. Like at the Honor Society graduation, the summa cum laude wasn't even there. I go home that night, I turn on the TV, there she is on America's Most Wanted. Really tough kids. When we were young, we used to carve our sweetheart's name in the desk when they were made out of wood. And these kids carved their sweetheart's name in their sweetheart. When I taught second grade, the other second grade girls had a gang. I wish it wasn't true, but it was. And the initiation was to take the milk containers off of my girls' lunch trays. So I named them the half pints. The leader of the gang was named the Dairy Queen. Fast forward on Facebook, she's complaining about her husband and his inadequacies, so I named him Mr. Softy. They have something new. I don't know, any teachers out there?
Yeah!
Have you heard
All
of
right.
the participation trophies? Maybe your parents and you know about them. But anyway, for those who don't know, a participation trophy is something they give every child, regardless if they pass. Just for showing up at school, they get an award. So it reminds me of my honeymoon. In fact, both honeymoons, because I was married twice. They showed up, but very little was accomplished. I should have given them participation trophies. I was married to a Jewish guy first, and the best year that I remember around this season was the night that Hanukkah and Thanksgiving were on the same exact night. You know why? Because my mother-in-law only had to eat over once that month. When I was married to the Chinese guy, we had 3 New Years. That was great. Like, first you have your American New Year and you have fireworks. And then you have the Chinese New Year, fireworks. But then for the Jewish New Year, no fireworks. Unless you eat my Aunt Esther's gefilte fish with a lot of fish. But it's crazy when, after you divorce and you do the dating scene. So I get fixed up with this guy from Brooklyn on a blind date, and he takes me to his apartment on the first floor with the elevator, and he says, "You want to see my singles ads?" I said, "Well, I met you on a blind date. Why would I want to see that?" So he shows me the singles ads anyway, and it says, "Loves long hikes." And I'm thinking, didn't we just go up an elevator 1 flight? And you know what street he lived on, honest to God? Bragg Street. Very little to brag about. I think he should have lived around the corner on Knapp Street in Brooklyn. Then I met another guy from Brooklyn. I met this guy from Brooklyn. And his singles ad, which I met him on a singles ad, it said, loves romantic horse and buggy rides. Hello, you're not Amish, you live in Sheepshead Bay. And I'm very proud of something. I don't mean to brag, but I was at Woodstock 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I went to Coachella 50 years later. That was Desert Trip. It's a concert with the same exact stars. And they were a little different. Like, there was a VW bus at Woodstock. It said, don't come a knockin', if this bus is a rockin'.
Right?
But in Coachella it said, don't come a fussin' till I've had my Robitussin. And at Woodstock, 3 people lost their virginity. And at Coachella, 3 people lost their dentures. Well, you know what? There are plenty of comics tonight, so I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you.
Great.
And you met John Lennon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Till that next time.
Keep it going for Helene.